Hi guys, it's Andreas, Sonic Mainliner, with another Vinyl Finds update. And yeah, it's been like a couple of weeks, I think. I don't remember, since I've done a video, and I have some new things. What was it the last week? I don't remember. I think I wanted to do a now spinning video as well, but just didn't happen. I got sucked into watching other people's videos, and yeah, didn't find time to do it. Actually, did a video for the hi-fi response, which I've said that I do like ages ago, and I watched it and it made no sense, so I want to redo that. But yeah. Anyway, now spinning should be really easy to do, and I just didn't do it because, as I said, sucked into watching other people's videos. Had good time watching the Metal Theologians videos. That was 2 inches of metal. That was really good, really good. I enjoyed it. I found some very cool bands as well, very obscure and very interesting as well. Ravens, bitch, yeah, amazing. And I've been listening to a lot of metal on Spotify because I don't have that many metal records, to be honest. But yeah, he got me on that kind of mood, and yeah, really enjoyed that. And there's another guy called the New Utrecht. He's showing his collection and whatnot, so that is quite interesting. Like sort of metal, as he says, it's like, let's say metal. But yeah, anyway, that's it. So yeah, new music basically, and I'll say music because I have some CDs as well. I went to FOP yesterday, and CD prices are just ridiculous. They had a stack of CDs that were like used but refurbished. Yes, for £2, and they had some new stuff for like £3 and £4. It's like, you know what? Screw that. I was in Sounds of the Universe before that, and I picked up some records, and I was like, oh, should I get this? Had the Pyramids, and this guy that did jazz, had this jazz album with bagpipes, and I can't remember his name right now. And I was sort of thinking of buying them, and I was like, oh, just leave it. It's, yeah, not that they were expensive or anything, but and then I went to FOP, and it was like, what, £2? Come on, I mean, screw it. Anyway, what's playing in the background, I don't know if you can hear it, is music from a film. It's a Wes Anderson film. Whether you like him or not, I personally dig him a lot. I like his style. I like this kind of retro, kind of dreamy, kind of aesthetic that he has. And one of his films from 2006 was Michel Zissou, I think it's Michel Zissou, Life Aquatic. And he has all the usual suspects in that film. So, yeah. So all the usual suspects are playing in that, his usual cast in a way. It's highly entertaining, really good, but one of the highlights of the film is the soundtrack. Wes Anderson usually puts a lot of effort in his soundtracks. Most of them have something, there's good quality soundtracks. And the Tannenbaums, for example, have an amazing soundtrack. But the Life Aquatic has something different. And I don't know if you've seen it, but you have noticed a guy that is playing the guitar, and that's mainly the soundtrack. There are some songs as well. And it's this one. So yeah, it's the Life Aquatic sessions with Seu Jorge, and he is playing the guitar, and he's singing David Bowie songs. If you've seen the movie, you probably noticed it. It is available to buy. You can buy it on CD like I did. I bought this for £4. I was thinking of buying this, and I saw it in Amazon. It went for like £8, which is very cheap, admittedly, but I found it on a physical store for £4. I mean, yeah, you buy it, right? Anyway, David Bowie songs. David Bowie is really good with songs. I don't like his albums. I like his songs. I like the singles that he's made. Well, there's one exception. I mean, you know, Ziggy Stardust and Spiders from Mars, which is an amazing record, start to finish. But the rest of his stuff is like, I don't know. I'm a bit on. But yeah, here is just collecting songs from Bowie's career, sang in Portuguese, just guitar. This guy, and just it's amazing. Highly, highly recommended. If you haven't watched the movie, watch it. It's very entertaining. If you haven't heard the music, check it out. I think it's available on Spotify. It's really good. And, you know, if you see this, pick it up. I think it's available on vinyl, but yeah, I don't know. I think that there was a special edition of some sort, and then there are some pirated version. I don't know. I mean, £4, fuck it, yeah, buy it. Anyway, I will stop with the CDs now. I will start showing some vinyl. As I said last week, I had some pre-orders and back orders and all that kind of stuff with Norman Records, and I decided to just, you know, email them and say, look, whatever you have available, because I had an order from December and one. And one from early January. So now it's February. I guess they need to make some money, and you know, I feel bad. So yeah, they're cool with that. They don't bother you or anything. You know, even if you have, because I hadn't paid. I just put the order in. For all they know, I might just say that, oh, cancelled. I bought it. Sorry, but no, they're cool with that. So yeah. Anyway, and I said, you know, whatever you have, just send it over. And the rest of it, just put in another order. So I will start with the quick ones. Yeah, these are easy ones, and these are reissues. Yeah, these are reissues. Oh my God! Andreas is showing a reissue. How unusual! I never expected that. It's just, yeah. Well. Anyway, so these they don't need an introduction really. So first up, Massive Attack's Mezzanine. This is the second repress from last year. The first repress came out, I was like, oh, should I buy it? I have the original CD, which came in a really nice paper slip. Which is a little bit battered now because it's white, and I didn't keep the shrink wrap, and yeah, I wasn't that careful with it. But yeah, I had it, and I always thought that it is a CD kind of album for me because, you know, it's quite long and it's double LP, and it's the kind of LP that you just put on and leave it to play. But, you know, having the vinyl is always like better. And yeah, I was contemplating on buying the first reissue that came out in early 2004, and I slept on it and disappeared, and it's gone. So when the opportunity came up again, and it got repressed, and the people at Universal Sounds, so Universal Music, sorry, Universal Sounds, it's a different thing. Universal Music decided to repress. I was like, you know what, screw it, I'll get it. And I did, and it sounds really good. Yeah, although, yeah, I don't know. It sounds really warm and full. I like it. I like that. Yeah. So Mezzanine. I think it's their second album. I think they did one in between Blue Lines and this one. That was Massive Attack versus the Mad Doctor or something, which is like dub versions. I'm not sure, but I think that, yeah, this is their second album. Anyway, yeah, Massive Attack, obviously, Blue Lines, and this one, you need to have, you know, classic electronica, down tempo, yeah, monster albums. Just, yeah. Next one, another issue from that time, well-known dubno, Bass on My Head Man, by the, oh, what's the name? Come on, Underworld. I remember the title because it's quite quirky, but I couldn't remember the band. It's unbelievable. Anyway, another classic electronic from the time. You probably know Born Slippy, which was featured in the Trainspotting soundtrack. Another soundtrack connection here. But yeah, classic album. I haven't opened this yet. Still sealed. I didn't have time to listen to this. Yeah, so yeah, but it's a classic. It's part of that sort of reissue spree that Universal did, and judging from the mezzanine press and quality, I think that this is going to be really good as well. If you haven't been living in a cave last few months, then you might have noticed that the Nick Cave catalog has been reissued, which is a good thing because prices have been ridiculous. I have quite a few of his albums. Some of the newer ones I'm not that interested in, but I was missing Lazarus Dig, which I got, and I'm not missing this one. So this is Henry's Dream, probably the second best, or well, in between Let Love In and this one, I don't know. They sort of alternate. In my top 90s albums from Tom Waits. Why did I want to say Tom Waits? I don't know. From Nick Cave. So yeah, I have this album back home, but something funny has happened to the pressing that I have, whereby I bought it, and the sleeve and the inner sleeve and all that is UK, says UK on it, but the actual record is pressed in Spain. So I always had it in my mind that I wanted to get a proper UK press, and yeah, I got this. So yeah, I mean, yeah, don't sleep on these because they won't be around for long. Yeah, get them because this is a fantastic album. Let Love In I have already. I have the original. I bought it when it came out, so yeah, I don't need that. Couple of more issues. Yeah, this is a reissue channel, dudes. I mean, you know me. Yeah, sorry. I do show some originals, yeah, sometimes. But yeah, I mean, there's so much good music that I missed out, or it hasn't been available, whatnot. And this is one of these. It hasn't been available. Fred showed it last week, and it's the Jazz Workshop. Yeah, Mezare Israel Yaka. You read it, alright? Okay, yeah, if you can read it and do a proper job out of it, then good for you. So, yes, it's one of those releases that, you sort of, intrigues you. I saw it in one of online somewhere, and I was like, oh, this looks interesting. I checked it out. Some music is good. It's straightforward. It's very straightforward jazz. It has some classical elements as well. At times, it's not like free jazz or anything. It's not experimental. It's nice, a nice jazz album. It's rare because it's like the first jazz album from Israel, whatever, 1979, 73, no 73, 73. It's a nice album, nothing groundbreaking, but nice to have. It's one of those nice to have releases, I guess. Yeah, Sleep, Volume 1. This is the first Sleep album. Obviously, it's not the... I had the files for it for ages. I think that the first release, the original release was a CD. It wasn't available on vinyl. It has been repressed. I think there was a release, vinyl press at some point, sometime, but I don't remember. Anyway, you can get this fairly cheaply. Obviously, you don't get the sleep sound or what you know mutated into this monster kind of doom basically band. It's more metal, but it's quite good. So yeah, Sleep Volume 1. Another reissue. And I have, yeah, there you go. So yes, Revenge International. They reissued. I haven't reissued. This is not a reissue actually. To be perfectly honest, this is like an original release. I think. Reason being that this collects some music from Ariel Kalma. This is Ariel Kalma, by the way. Yeah. Evolutionary Music, original recordings 1972 to 1979. I've opened it but haven't spun it yet. Ariel Kalma was an electronic musician. I cannot remember anything from his story. This is Revenge International do a really good job, and they have a booklet here that has stuff about his music, pictures, blah blah blah, and the music is meditative electronic, at least from what I know from owning this one. Now this I've shown like ages ago. This is it's very classic electronic album. This is again a reissue. This is not the original. This is out of Black Sweat Records. Highly recommended. Beautiful electronic ambient music, and based on the music that's on this one, I decided to go for this one. Now this, as I said, it collects music from 1972 to 1979. I did check, and the music that is on Osmos, which is the name of this album, is not available here, although it does cover that same period. And there is also another album reissued in the making from Ariel Kalma, which I will definitely be getting from Wawa, but it has been delayed for some reason. So yeah, I haven't listened to this, judging from that one. This one I can just highly recommend. Do get it if you see it. It's fairly cheap and available. This I don't know, but judging from that, I guess that is going to be really good. I think it's available online. You can check it out. Yeah, and he's a very interesting artist. So there you go. Speaking of very interesting artists, my favorite bastard. I hate this guy. Oren Abarchi with KG Haino and Jim O'Rourke with a record that has a very long name, which is Tea Time for Those Determined to Completely Exhaust Every Bit of This Body They've Been Given. Yes, that's it. So they've been releasing albums every 6 or 8 months. These are live sessions. They had another one that had an equally long title. Had a dog in front of it. I can see it. It's over there. It's like a meter away, but I will not go and pick it up. I'll just show this one. And they alternate between quiet records like the doggy one and loud records like this one. And this is loud. This is loud, experimental. It reminds me of Nazonorai. Did I pronounce it? Nazonarai. Come on, Andreas, you could do it. Nazonarai. So it reminds me of Nazonarai, and it's like very experimental, very noisy, very abrasive, very good. Check this out. Yeah. So, yeah. Talking about this album. You see, it's very convenient. I have them here. These are noisy. These are all Oren Abarchi, KG Haino, yadi bloody yeah. Yeah, KG Haino. This is with Stephen O'Malley as well. What else do I have here from these guys? That's another Orenambarci. It's another Orenambarci. And I have. Ugh. Yeah, this is Orenambarci. Get this, Sagittarian domain, amazing. And this is Keiji Haino and Orenambarci and Jim O'Rourke. This is the first one from that series. So yeah, that's what I like about this, having the records behind me. I can just go, oh yeah, I remember this one. Last time I spent like 3 minutes trying to find an album. By the way, I spent like 2 hours trying to find this. I knew where it was, but it got stuck behind another record, and I was like, bloody hell, it must be here. Where the fuck is it? So anyway, fun and games with my record collection. So two records to go. An album that was shown by Mike. Thanks very much, Mike. Bostoni and Reggie showed this, and this is just mind-blowingly good. Super highly recommended. If you see it, get it. There's a European version and there's a US version. The European version is expensive, unfortunately. The US version is readily available, I think, still. Came out September 2014. For some reason, just passed me by. I have no idea why. And it's Sinoia Caves, Beyond the Black Rainbow. I haven't seen the movie, but the soundtrack is unbelievably good. Electronic, just so out there. And I mean, you know, you listen to the first notes and you're immediately grabbed. This is just amazing. Super highly recommended. Do check it out. Thanks very much, Mike, for showing this. This is great stuff. This is awesome stuff. This is the Capture Tracks version. No, Jaguar version. Clear vinyl. Yeah, I got this used from Discogs. I think in the US you can still find it sealed and whatnot, but yeah, it's great condition, so I don't really mind. Finally, I have a bunch of CDs which I will not show, but I have one more record, one last one, and this is a band that has always interested me, and I saw them live when I went to New York, funnily enough. It wasn't programmed or anything. I was like, oh, what do we do tonight? And it's like, oh, these guys are playing just next door, so let's go see them. And it's this band. So this is, yeah, the plastic is a little bit tatty, but yeah, this is the actual album. So this is Aqua Nebula Oscillator, and this is Funeral Caves. Oh yeah, sorry, Caves Recordings, 1998. 2008. Came out on Funeral Folk. It's a limited edition, 325. You cannot see it. It's 325. This is number 80. Smudge 81. Yeah, 81. They actually wrote another number and then smudged it over. It's in black, so you cannot see it. I hadn't noticed it up until now. I knew that it was 321 copies, but 25 copies. Sorry. So yeah, Funeral Folk is sort of a label that has released albums from a band from various sort of bands from Belgium. It's Belgium, Belgian label. One of the artists are more well known are yeah, Sylvester Anfang. That's it. I knew where it was, and I was like, oh, blank. Sylvester Anfang. So, yeah, they're label mates with Sylvester Anfang, and you get this kind of spaced out, drawn out, psychedelic monster of a record. Really, really good. This goes for a bit of money. I found it for a good price in an excellent condition. So, you know, as I said, I had some money in PayPal, so I picked it up. I also have some CDs which I will not show because they're not as interesting. They're good CDs, but you know, it's already 25 minutes and I don't want to waste any more of your time. So, thanks for watching. You know, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got inspired. I hope you know, find potentially some new interesting music to check out. As per usual, you know, like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it. Leave a comment if you know, you have something to say, rude, informative or otherwise. Subscribe to this channel if you know, found this kind of thing interesting. Unsubscribe if you think that I wasted your time, or stay subscribed for more of this, because that's what's going to happen. There's going to be more of this. Yeah. If you don't want to encourage me, stop watching. See you around.